Okay guys, welcome again. So in the last video we have done the roles and responsibilities of a system analyst. We were discussing about the first chapter of unit first of system designing concepts. So let's continue with our next topic. So our next topic is various interpersonal skills required to be a system analyst. So we have actually different interpersonal skills that are not very common, so we have to work on those skills. To be a system analyst. Okay, so let's move ahead. So just a minute. Interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills में first skill to be a system analyst is communication is very good. Communication should be very essential things in order to be a system analyst, because that system analyst will be the only person who will negotiate with the clients and will provide all those details to the implemented to the staff who is going to implement all those logical designs. So communication is a very key skill, because जैसे कि हमने last roles and responsibilities में देखा, system analyst also work as a politician, also work as a motivator. Just a minute. Yes. So system analyst also work as a motivator, also work as a politician, as well as he can also provide trainings to the person, because it is very essential, right? It is very essential skill, interpersonal skills, which is required to be a system analyst, because we have discussed in the roles and responsibilities that he will negotiate, he will manage all the things, he will monitor the system, he will tell the developer what is to be done, as well as he will negotiate with the developer. He will divide in the psychologist responsibilities, as we have discussed that uh, he will divide modules between different teams, right? So there also communication skill is also a very essential things. If he does not have if he does not have a good communication skills, he cannot be able to negotiate, he cannot be able to transfer, he cannot be able to tell the plans, the future plans to his team. All right, so communication skill is a very uh, key skill. The second skill is the understandability is also a very important skill, because as we have discussed so far that identifying first we have to identify the problems in the existing system. So one can only identify the problems in the existing system if he has the knowledge of what to be done. All right, so अगर हमें यही नहीं पता होगा कि लाइक हमारा सिस्टम क्या काम करेगा, तब तक हम उसके ऊपर रिसर्च नहीं कर पाएंगे बेसिकली. सो understanding is also a very key responsibility of a system analyst. So we have the another, which is teaching. So I guess we have discussed all of these skills indirectly in the last session. Because जैसे कि हमने लास्ट सेशन में पढ़ा कि चेंज एजेंट के अंदर क्या होता है, वो नए नए चेंजेस रिफ्लेक्ट करता है. ऑलराइट, सो मोटिवेशन नए चेंजेस रिफ्लेक्ट करता है बाय स्टडीइंग द प्रीवियस एग्जिस्टिंग सिस्टम. ओके, सो जितने भी मेरे चेंजेस अफेक्ट हुए, उन चेंजेस के ऊपर मेरे को मेरे एग्जिस्टिंग स्टाफ को ट्रेन भी करना होगा. ओके, so it is not necessary that we always outsource our work. It is not always necessary. So कई बार क्या होता है, सिस्टम एनालिस्ट खुद भी ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड कर देता है, बिकॉज ही हैज द बेस्ट अंडरस्टैंडेबिलिटी ऑफ द न्यू सिस्टम. ओके, बिकॉज ही हैज डन द रिसर्च पार्ट. Okay, so teaching is also necessary. He will educate the people and give support whenever it is necessary. Okay, so these are some interpersonal skills which are required to be a system analyst. And in the next topic we have some various technical skills required to be a system analyst. So basically almost interpersonal skills, we have similar skills and technical skills. So first is, as we have discussed, you can relate this skill with the understanding. Okay, so we have the in technical skills, we have first skill as the problem solving skills. So problem solving skills is basically very necessary in order to identify the problem. We know that after identifying the problem, we have to propose a solution for it. After doing a research, after identifying all the pros and cons of that particular problem or of that particular solution also. So we have to, it must have he must have the problem solving attitude in his uh, personality, right? So the second skill we have is the creativity, right? Creativity is क्रिएटिविटी के अंदर क्या आएगा बेसिकली? क्रिएटिविटी के अंदर हम बताएंगे he helps in this skill, he help user to understand the future plans basically. तो जैसे कि हम सबको पता है, लाइक किसी भी सिस्टम के अंदर अगर हमने कोई भी चेंजेस इफेक्ट करने हैं तो उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए हमें एक फ्यूचर प्लान बनाना होगा. तो उस फ्यूचर प्लान को कुछ इस तरीके से हम बनाएं ताकि जो मेरा गोल है वो एफिशिएंटली एंड इफेक्टिवली मींस efficiently we can use the best resources as well as effectiveness means the timeliness. effectiveness को आप timeliness बोल सकते हो. तो मैं कुछ इस तरीके से हमारा फ्यूचर प्लान बनाऊं और मैं कुछ इस तरीके से उसको प्रेजेंट करूं मेरे यूजर्स को, ताकि जो मेरी गोल है, ताकि जो मेरे चेंजेस है मेरे करंट सिस्टम के अंदर, उसको मैं टाइम के अकॉर्डिंग प्रॉपर टाइम पे और प्रॉपर यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ रिसोर्सेज के थ्रू मैं उनको अचीव कर पाऊं. तो क्रिएटिविटी के अंदर बेसिकली ये वाला पार्ट आएगा कि मैं किस तरीके से मेरा फ्यूचर प्लान बनाऊंगा और मैं किस तरीके से मेरे एग्जिस्टिंग रिसोर्सेज का यूज करके प्रॉपर टाइम पर उसको मार्केट के अंदर उतारूंगा. ऑलराइट, अब नेक्स्ट skill which is also required to be a data scientist or to be a system analyst, both this skill is actually very necessary to be a data analyst as well as to be a system analyst, because system analyst he should have the questioning attitude in his one of his technical skills. Because questioning at first, when the client came to us to design a particular software, तो जब स्टार्टिंग अंदर एक क्लाइंट हमारे पास आता है सॉफ्टवेयर बनाने के लिए, तो उस टाइम पर उस क्लाइंट को खुद को भी नहीं पता होता है लाइक व्हाट ही wants from us. He just logically think that particular ideas and he tells us what he actually knew. So ये responsibility system analyst की होती है कि उसको proper तरीके से वो questions पूछे ताकि in future client हमारे ऊपर कुछ हमारे ऊपर कोई भी blame ना डाले. Because we have to ask questions to the clients in order to properly negotiate our plans, in order to properly build our plans, as well as to negotiate with the developer that what kind of features are required by the client, what are the needs of a client, what are the expectations of a client from our company or from our organization. All right, so questioning attitude is also a very key skill, because only due to this skill we can solve our mostly problems, right? So fourth skill we have is project management. प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट, जैसे कि हमने लास्ट सेशन में देखा, साइकोलॉजिस्ट ही आल्सो प्लेज एज ए रोल ऑफ साइकोलॉजिस्ट. सो प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट के अंदर क्या होता है, मेरा जो प्रोजेक्ट है, मेरा जो सॉफ्टवेयर है, मैं उसको किसके अंदर डिवाइड कर देता हूँ, मॉड्यूल्स के अंदर. बेसिकली मॉड्यूल्स के अंदर भी मेरे पास में कुछ ना कुछ कुछ की पॉइंट्स होते हैं जिनको मेरे को माइंड में रखने होते हैं. उस बेसिस के ऊपर मैं मॉड्यूल्स में डिवाइड कर देता हूँ मेरे सॉफ्टवेयर को, जैसे कि हमने इस डायग्राम में देखा था. राइट, ये रहा. जैसे कि हमने लास्ट वीडियो में ये वाला डायग्राम थोड़ा सा अंडरस्टैंड करा था कि ये बड़ा सा मेरा एक सॉफ्टवेयर है, इसके अंदर हमने डिफरेंट डिफरेंट मॉड्यूल्स के अंदर डिवाइड कर दिया है। तो डिफरेंट डिफरेंट मॉड्यूल्स में डिवाइड करने के बाद में मैं हर मॉड्यूल को एक प्रॉपर्ली टीम असाइन कर दूंगा, सो दैट all tasks can be parallelly run. Okay, so project management is also a very key skill, because on the basis of this project management only we can achieve our goal at proper time. Okay, yes, so these are some various interpersonal skills and technical skills which are required in order to be a system analyst in the practical world. Okay, so the next topic we have, just a minute. So we have done this, we have completed this topic, we have completed this one. Okay, so यहाँ तक हमने पूरा अपना जो टॉपिक था वो कंप्लीट कर लिया है. जस्ट दीज टू टॉपिक्स आर लेफ्ट. सो सबसे पहले मैं ये डेवलपमेंट फेजेस ऑफ ए सिस्टम बता देता हूँ, एंड देन वी विल मूव टू द यूजर्स ऑफ पर्टिकुलर सिस्टम. ओके, सो हम देख रहे थे फेजेस ऑफ ए डेवलपमेंट, राइट? फेजेस ऑफ डेवलपमेंट, these are actually various main topics which we have to keep in mind, because इसके अंदर जो पार्ट है वो हम ऑलरेडी पढ़ चुके हैं. कैसे, वो भी मैं बताता हूँ. जैसे कि स्टार्टिंग के इस चैप्टर के स्टार्टिंग के अंदर ही हमने बता दिया था कि दो सबसे ज्यादा मेन इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है, जो कि है एनालिसिस और डिजाइनिंग. so, सबसे फर्स्ट फेज जो होगा मेरे किसी भी सॉफ्टवेयर के डेवलपमेंट का, वो होगा एनालिसिस. ओके, एनालिसिस ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम, एनालिसिस ऑफ द प्रीवियसली बिल्ड सिस्टम. ओके, एनालिसिस. सेकंड वन होगा डिजाइनिंग, ये हमने ऑलरेडी पढ़ चुका है, डिजाइनिंग. एंड देन इम्प्लीमेंटेशन. इम्प्लीमेंटेशन, इट मींस वी हैव टू programming all those coding part comes in this step. And the fourth step is maintenance, right? So we have done this here. Okay, so these are various phases of a particular system design. So these are the phases of development that in order to start a project, first we have to analyze all the requirements of that particular project. After analyzing all those requirements of a particular project, we have to design it logically first, because we have to design it logically first, so that our goal can be clear, our goal can become very clear. So in the second step we will logically design a particular system. In the third step, after designing all those requirements, after designing all those requirements with the help of various tools, we have DFDs, data flow diagrams, we have ER models, entity relationship models, as well as we have flow diagrams. So with the help of these are actually the tools which are required in order to design a particular system. Okay, so we have these tools, we have the description of these tools in details in the second unit of this system designing concepts. Okay, so in the third part we will implement all those designs, actually in all those designs with the help of technologies which we have designed, which we have decided in this part only. Okay, so coding phase is generally the third phase. Coding phase is generally a third phase, and now we have the maintenance phase. Maintenance, or we can say that it is the testing phase. Okay, so testing phase we have already discussed in this video. Okay, let me done the recap of this part quickly. So testing phase, basically we will provide, in this case, after implementing the model, or we can say that after implementing the system, we will test that system with multiple test cases. Okay, we will provide multiple test cases in that particular system, so that we can check our system whether it will work, whether it is dynamic or not, whether he can survive various exception, whether our system can survive various exceptions or not. So all these parts come in the testing part. Basically, where we have also a dedicated chapter of testing phase. there are actually various kinds of testing, just like unit testing we have, integration testing we have alpha AB testing, we can say that AB टेस्टिंग जिसको हम बोलते हैं अल्फा बीटा टेस्टिंग, इसके बारे में भी हम पढ़ेंगे आने वाले टाइम के अंदर। ये सब अपने सिलेबस के अंदर है। सो दिस सिलेबस इज एक्चुअली वेरी वंडरफुल, बस हमको रिसोर्सेज चाहिए होते हैं पढ़ने के लिए, राइट? सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द फेजेस ऑफ डेवलपमेंट। प्लीज लेट मी नो इफ there is any doubts, or should I move forward? Please reply me in the chat box. Hello guys, do reply in my chat box so that I can move forward, so that I can know that you all guys. Okay. Okay, so last topic is the users of a system. Okay, just a minute. So we have done this. We have done all of those topics. The last topic is the users of the system. Okay, so let's move to that topic only. Yeah. So the first user we can say that he will be the designer, system designer, because हमने देखा कि second step हमारा सबसे पहले होता है the designing phase. Okay, so system designer is the first user of the system if I go with the hierarchy. Okay, so system designer is basically that user who will design all the data flow diagrams, all the logical diagrams. Basically he will use all these tools in order to confirm basically the one we have discussed in C programming language. Also we can move the program control flow diagram. That tool also comes in this part only. So the user, the system designer will will use all of these tools and will move and will move forward to the programmer. Okay, so the second user is the programmer who will actually implement all those designs which is developed by the system designer using a particular technology. So our project can be a web application, it can be a desktop application. So the programmer will use technologies accordingly. Okay, he will for sure he will keep in mind all these diagrams, because these diagrams actually defines the flow of our data, flow of our program, as well as with the help of ER models he can he can define the structure of our particular database, right? So these both users will negotiate with each other. These both users are dependent to each other. Okay, dependent on each other, these two users. Okay, so we have the third user as the technical writer. Yes, so technical writer क्या होता है? Technical writer basically after designing, after properly implementing or application, technical writer basically provides the content. It basically provides the content which is to be written on these applications. So that, because we know that the content, the visual content which the client see, the visual content which the client see on his application actually gives a huge impact on his mindset. Okay, so technical writer is also there for providing the content which is to be written on this application. Okay, so he is also the user of our system. So we have we can say that he is the end user or the client of our user. Okay, so he is the end user. We can say that he is the it includes clients as well as the persons, includes clients of our system as well as the person who will the persons who will use the system. Because there is a lot of difference between our client, because client क्या होता है, client तो वो इंसान होता है जो कि हमसे एक पर्टिकुलर सॉफ्टवेयर बनवाना चाहता है, और जिन लोगों के लिए वो पर्टिकुलर सॉफ्टवेयर वो बनवाना चाहता है, those persons will come under this category. Okay, so we have discussed system designer, programmer, technical writer, end user. Just a minute. And we have the last, which I was taking name from last session, operational staff or the maintenance staff. Okay, so maintenance staff क्या करेगा, जो मेरा सॉफ्टवेयर होगा उसको प्रॉपर्ली, या फिर आप इसको क्या बोल सकते हो, टेस्टिंग. Okay, so maintenance staff क्या करेगा, if there are any bugs, if there is any bugs in our system, so मेंटेनेंस स्टाफ क्या करेगा, उन बग्स का सॉल्यूशन प्रोवाइड करवाएगा. इसके अलावा उन बग्स ही विल चेक और सिस्टम बाय प्रोवाइडिंग मल्टीपल टेस्ट केसेस. सो ऑपरेशनल स्टाफ के अंदर बेसिकली क्या होता है, ऑपरेशनल स्टाफ टेस्ट करता है हमारी सिस्टम को by using various test cases, and if there is any bugs then he will contact with the programmer. Okay, he will transfer all those bugs to the programmer, and after solving all those bugs, programmer will contact with the operational staff so that they can move forward. Okay, so we have operational staff as well as we have the project manager. We can say that the system analyst also comes under this, because in the roles and responsibilities we have seen that the project management is also a big, no, not in the roles and responsibility but in the interpersonal skills. Okay, so project manager, system analyst can also be a part of project management. Okay, project manager is also a user of that particular system, because he will decide, just a minute. Okay, because he will decide in how many modules or system has to be divided, and to which team we have to assign which module. Okay, so we will assign the modules according to the staff. Okay, so there we go, guys. We have discussed all the users of a particular system. We have discussed system designer, we have discussed programmer, we have discussed technical writer, we have discussed end user, operational staff, as well as we have discussed project manager. Okay, so yeah, we have completed our first chapter, guys, with this. So thank you so much. I will share all these resources with all of you. Thank you so much.